And welcome to the Backyard Sports Center here on Twitch.tv. We've got more playoff baseball for you today. We've got the undefeated 16-0 Wooper-led Pirates versus the number 3 seed, the Cincinnati Reds, coached by bdeaux. So this game, I will say, I know that I said live, we have a live game for you. It is technically live, and I'll tell you why. So these two coaches, they played this series last night, and they were so gracious to record this series and not post the results or the stats. So the only two people who know the result of this series are these two coaches. I have not seen this recording, so we are watching it live together. It's going to be a live reaction. And so we're going to call it some live baseball for you, and we're going to go ahead and get it underway here. So I'll give you a little bit of background about these two teams while the coaches set up their rosters and defensive alignments. As I mentioned, the number 1 overall seed here is Wooper and the Pittsburgh Pirates. They were 14-0 in the regular season. They had a bye in the first round of the playoffs, and then they won their semifinal matchup 2-0 over Jasmine and the Wombats. bdeaux, he had to win his first series in the playoffs as he did not get a bye, and then he in a thrilling bdeaux, and then in a thrilling 3-game series against the Devil Rays, he lost game 1 on a walk-off in the 8th inning, but then came back to win game 2 and win game 3, both by 1-run margins. So he is looking to make another upset and move on to the World Series, as the winner of this series will in fact move on to the Little League World Series and earn promotion to the Junior League for next season.
I don't have all day, you know.
So it seems like the coaches are ready to go here. The home team, as I mentioned, is the Pittsburgh Pirates, led by Wooper. And they're led by their ace, Fernando Diaz. Leading off for the Reds, as usual, is Luann Louis. And the first pitch of this game is swung on and fouled away by Luann. A good rip, but just hooked up that left field line. So Fernando Diaz's first pitch of the game is technically a strike. And Luann Louis waiting on the second pitch. Fires, throws. Popped up. That's going to be trouble, though. That could drop. But no, Fernando Diaz makes the shoestring catch. That was popped up into no man's land between the catcher and the pitcher. But a good play there by Fernando. And the first out is recorded. And that brings up Timmy Unger, who's playing center field today, and he swings and misses on the first pitch. Timmy Unger back in center field, and he lines this one to Chucky Flinder in right, and that is dropped by Chucky Flinder. So a backyard baseball single for Timmy Unger, and there is the first hit of the game. As I was just about to mention, Timmy Unger himself had a couple of costly errors in game 1 of the quarterfinals. And then you see Timmy Unger kind of repay that, as here's another shot to right field. Claudia Villarta's going back. She's not going to get that. That's going to be off the wall. Heading for 2 now and sliding in safely, as that is a double. And right off the bat here, we've got something cooking for the Reds. 2 on, 1 out for Angela Del Vecchio, one half of the Italian Stallion duo. So Fernando Diaz 5 pitches in a little bit of trouble here, as some aggressive offense from the Reds has seen them get runners in scoring position early, as she takes that one a little bit low and outside, and then swings and misses to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch a little bit low and outside as well, so Angela Del Vecchio ahead in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch just catches the inside corner. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes to the second baseman of the Reds. The 2-2 pitch, strike 3 looking, and there is the first strikeout of the day for Fernando Diaz. what I assume will be the first of many, as he had 47 strikeouts in 61 innings pitched during the regular season. So he knows how to strike him out. As that brings up Wendy Parsons now, as she takes strike one, a little bit low and away, but just catches the corner. Wendy Parsons playing left field, as that one's a little bit inside, so 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch also catches the outside corner. That left hook there, he's getting it to catch that corner. So the 1-2 pitch, much too inside, an easy take from Wendy Parsons. So 2-2 now. Fernando Diaz one pitch away from getting out of it, and he does with a fireball. Boy, an early fireball there from Fernando Diaz in the first inning, but with runners on second and third, the Pirates did not want to take any chances, and they get out of that inning without giving up any runs. So now it's their turn on offense here in the bottom half of the first inning, and that brings up their leadoff, Wally Evans, the speedy Wally Evans, who batted a whopping .647 during the regular season. He had 33 hits, including 11 doubles. So he has been the perfect leadoff man, as that is ripped to right field. The defense was playing in, but he's able to turn around and make the catch. My goodness, I did not realize the defense was shifted in, and that was a risky play, but it paid off there as the defender was in perfect position to retire Wally Evans, as Claudia Villarta with the defense shifted in. She's first pitch swinging, and that gets by the defense. So heading to second is Claudia Villarta. Is she going to go third? She is. Timmy Unger throws it in. The relay, the slide, and not in time. Claudia Villarta takes advantage of the shift, hits it all the way to the wall, and has a triple. So that brings up the big power bat of Cheryl Reynolds, who plays shortstop for the Pirates. Cheryl Reynolds, who did nothing but crush the ball all season. I say that as she hits a soft ground ball, but that's going to get by. Luann Louis bonks into Cal Ripken Jr., picks it up herself, steps on first to retire Cheryl Reynolds, but the run scores and is an RBI sacrifice for Cheryl. And it is 1-0 Pirates, as that is ripped down the right field line, but right at Cal Ripken Jr., who picks it up, steps on the base, and retires the side. So both coaches swing it early and often. A quick first inning, but the Pirates strike first on the sacrifice RBI from Cheryl Reynolds to score Claudia Villarta after the triple. And the undefeated Pirates have an early 1-0 lead. So to lead off the top of the second inning, it is the hero from the previous series, Cal Ripken Jr. He had the only RBI in Game 2 in a 1-0 affair, and then had the go-ahead solo home run in Game 3 that was the difference in a 3-2 win. As he looks at a strike to even the count, and then swings and misses, so now down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we see a timeout, our first timeout of the game from the Pirates coach, and we are going to get our first pitching change. And it is, of course, Chucky Flinder. Chucky Flinder and Fernando Diaz were the only two pitchers to pitch in the entire regular season. No one else saw the mound, as Cal Ripken fouls this one away to stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chucky Flinder pitched 22 innings during the regular season and had a very impressive 0.27 ERA. So when he did come in relief, he only gave up 1 run. As he's now run the count full here, it's now 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Cal Ripken Jr. having a good at bat. The 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. The third strikeout of the day for the Pirates. They've recorded 4 outs and 3 strikeouts, as Chucky Flinder does his job coming in relief and retiring Cal Ripken Jr. So that brings up Maya Woodruff, who's playing catcher today. She'll also play second base for this team, as she takes strike 1 on the inside corner, then swings and misses on a good hook down and away. So she's quickly down, no balls, 2 strikes. And then a swing and a miss, a 3-pitch strikeout for Chucky Flinder. That's already the Pirates' 4th strikeout of the day. So the pitching staff, which was phenomenal during the regular season for the Pirates, they had a team ERA of 0.86, and you can see why. 70 strikeouts during the regular season, already 4 today. And he's ahead on Dominic Hoskins 0-1, but he rips this one to center field. Claudio Vallarta ranges back and at the track makes the catch. And the Reds, 1-2-3, quietly go down in the top of the second inning. So in the home half here, the Pirates have Artie Pimbleton, the left fielder, leading things off. Artie Pimbleton, another good offensive season. Hit .524 with 22 hits and 9 doubles. This team was just a double machine. They had 58 doubles as a team during the regular season. And they had 200 hits as a team, as Artie Pimbleton is down 1 ball, 2 strikes, but takes the high heat from Luann Louis. This was an incredible offense and an incredible defense all season long, as Artie Pimbleton hits a ground ball. That's going to be trouble. It gets by the shortstop, picks it up, throws to first. Not in time. Artie Pimbleton, by a safe margin, has an infield hit. So that'll bring up the third baseman, Gwen Sears. Gwen Sears, another 500 hitter. This team had 4 batters that were 500 or better. Excuse me, 5 batters that were 500 or better during the regular season. As that one is hit into the gap as the shift was on, the throw to second base, not in time, and another infield single. So back-to-back infield singles here for the Pirates. As that brings up the catcher, who's also the pitcher, Fernando Diaz. And we got our first timeout and maybe the first pitching change for the Reds. As you can see, Fernando Diaz is a little bit tired, but he does have enough power to get the ball into the outfield here. And we do see a pitching change. So the first pitching change for the Reds, and it is, of course, Angela Delvecchio. First pitch swinging is Fernando Diaz. He swings and misses, as that is quite the visual glitch. A giant Vicky Kawaguchi on the screen during that attempted steal attempt. So Angela Delvecchio, who was part of this tandem here for the Reds, they loved swapping between Angela and Luann Louis pretty often during the regular season and during the playoffs. Although Angela did pitch the bulk of the innings. As she gets a strikeout looking on Fernando Diaz. And I don't think that was an intentional strikeout for the stamina, because if you didn't know, if you strike out, your whole team gets +10 stamina back at the start of the next inning. But he was swinging there at that at-bat, so I think that was just a good strikeout. As Donald Vogel, first pitch swinging, lines it to left field, but again, the defense shifted in, and the left fielder is right there to make the catch. So after 2 infield singles, it's 2 outs. And we are to the bottom of the lineup here, the number 9 hitter, the now pitcher, Chucky Flinder, who first pitch swinging again hits a little doinker to Cal Ripken Jr., who in plenty of time picks it up, steps on first, and retires the side. So both offenses still swinging early and often here. We've played a quick first 2 innings, and we head to the top of the third. The Pirates still hold the advantage 1-0, as the right fielder Felix Grant leads off and takes ball 1 down and inside. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lined right at Alicia Blakely, who turned around and makes the catch. Boy, it's always a little bit more difficult when your fielder is turned the wrong way, but Alicia Blakely is able to make that grab on that line drive, and 1 up, 1 down. As we get another timeout here from the Pirates, and we're going to get Fernando Diaz back into the game. And again, first pitch swinging is Luann Louis. Picked up by Gwen Sears, thrown over to first base, and 2 up, 2 down. So after a threatening first inning, the Reds have had 6 straight batters retired, as that brings back up Timmy Unger, who singled his first time up and swings through for strike 1. And then hits a line drive, a high fly ball, excuse me, but right at Artie Pimbleton, who drops the ball. Heading to second is Timmy Unger. Oh, he's now caught in a pickle. Wally Evans throws to first. Alicia Blakely throws back, and the tag is applied. So on that high fly ball, Artie Pimbleton not able to make the catch, but attempting to go to second He is caught. And so it is an eventful 1-2-3, but a 1-2-3 nonetheless. And we head to the bottom of the third, still 1-0. And that brings back up the leadoff, Wally Evans. 0 for 1 today after lining out to right field, his first time up at bat, as he fouls that one away and quickly down, no balls, 2 strikes. And then a strike 3 looking from Angela Del Vecchio, her second strikeout of the day. Gets Wally Evans, who's now 0 for 2. So, once again, as we saw in the first inning, Claudia Villarta comes up with 1 out and the base is empty. She did triple her last time up. Let's see if the defense learned their lesson and is not shifted in this time as she takes strike 1 on the outside corner. And then swings and fouls away. So both pitchers, both pitching staffs, doing a good job of getting ahead in the count, throwing a lot of strikes, as that one's a little bit too inside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Claudia Villarta. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away. So staying alive is Claudia Villarta. The 1-2 pitch swung on and grounded, but Luann Louis runs right by it, allowing the speedy Claudia Villarta to get on with an infield single. So the defense was not shifted in that time, as you could see. They did learn their lesson, but it still got by the third baseman, Luann Louis. And we see a timeout from the Reds here, so maybe we're going to get another pitching change for the Reds. And we are. So Angela DeVecchio goes back to second base. Luann Louis comes back in to pitch, as that brings up the power threat of Cheryl Reynolds. As she swings and misses. Boy, she'd like to have that one back. That caught a lot of the zone for the 100 power bat that is Cheryl Reynolds. And you see why it's 100 power. That is ripped to left field. That is up. That is back. That is gone. Home run, Cheryl Reynolds. And just like that, the Pirates triple their lead. It will be 3-0. So just like that, Cheryl Reynolds doing what she's done all season long. She had 12 home runs and 30 RBIs. She gets her second home run of the playoffs and 2 more RBIs to extend the Pirates' lead. So Alicia Blakely comes up now with the bases empty. She fouls that one away to take the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. As she swings, and it's a high pop-up. This is never easy for Luann Louis. She is running around, and she is not able to make the catch. Oh, the one heights are it's always an adventure when a pop-up is going to a one height, and it does, in fact, drop in front of her. She didn't want to give up her teddy bear, and she pays the price for it, as that one is fouled away up the right field line. So Artie Pimbleton, who had an infield single, his first at bat, now has a runner on base and 1 out. Luann Louis sets, fires, and another ground ball up the right field line, but that will also go foul. So 2 fouls up the right field line. That's now no balls, 2 strikes to the Pirates left fielder. Again, attempting for a hit and run is Alicia Blakely at first, but it's fouled away. So 3 straight foul balls from Artie Pimbleton. And the Pirates still sticking with this hit and run. The 1-2 pitch, a good take there from Artie. Too low and outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then another easy take, as that might have been a wild pitch. That was much too low and inside to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And then another good take. So from 0-2, Artie Pimbleton has worked the count full. Luann Louis is thinking. The 3-2 pitch. Fireball, strike 3. And Alicia Blakely is stealing, but she is able to get back to first in time. So a fireball strikeout, the first for the Reds, after we saw the Pirates use a fireball strikeout early in the game. And it seems like it's always a risk and a reward with the fireball. And it seems like they did not get a juice box with that strikeout. So they're going to have to switch back to Angela Delvecchio, as that brings up Gwen Sears, who also had an infield single her first at bat. And Alicia Blakely is not being sent back. She is going for second, and it gets by the second baseman into center field. And Alicia Blakely, who is not known as a speedy base stealer, is able to cruise into second base. That's her first stolen base of the year, and what a time to get it, as she's now in scoring position with 2 outs. As we see Gwen Sears foul that one away, so 2 strikes, no balls. And another foul ball from Gwen Sears. She'll do that a lot with her poor contact stat. So Angela Delvecchio 1 strike away from getting out of it. And another foul ball, of course, from Gwen Sears. So now the 5th pitch in the at-bat, but still no balls, 2 strikes. Taken inside. Alicia Blakely again thinks about stealing third, but goes back. So the 6th pitch in the at-bat now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Angela throws, and a little bit too outside to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now that one's too low and outside, so another 0-2 count has been worked full. The Pirates batters being patient, as that is swung on and hit right back to Angela Delvecchio, who leaps up, makes a grab, throws to first, and they are able to retire the side. But the Pirates get 2 on the Cheryl Reynolds 2-run home run. They now have a 3-0 lead as we head into the top of the 4th inning. But the Reds have their big power bat, Chico Papas, leading things off, and they'll be asking him to get them back in this game. And he's first pitch swinging, a little ground ball, picked up by Alicia Blakely, steps on first, and 1 pitch, 1 out. And boy, right as I said they needed Chico Papas to do something, he hits a soft ground ball and is out. So, as I tend to do, the caster's curse takes care of Chico Papas, and that brings up Angela Delvecchio, who struck out her first at bat, and she takes ball 1, 2 low and inside. And then ball 2 outside and low. And then ball 3, a little bit too inside and low. So Angela Delvecchio, is she going to have the green light on 3-0? She is not. A take all the way, and that is a 4-pitch walk. So Fernando Diaz not able to find the strike zone there. And the Reds have a base runner, as that brings up Wendy Parsons, who also struck out her first time up at the plate when they were runners on second and third. As she takes strike 1, Fernando Diaz finally works back into the strike zone and gets ahead in the count, 0-1. That is swung on, and that is drilled to right field. Going back is Donald Vogel. He's going to have to look up and watch, as that is a 2-run home run, Wendy Parsons. And the Reds are right back in it. What a response. So immediately following the 2-run home run from Cheryl Reynolds, Wendy Parsons says, "Hold my juice box, I can do that too." And the lead is back down to 1. It's 3-2 Pirates in the 4th inning. So after cutting the deficit back to 1 here, that brings up Cal Ripken Jr., who struck out his first time up at the plate, but as I mentioned, played hero in their last series, so can he play hero again here? As he takes a strike on the upper inside corner, then swings and misses. So he's now down 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then a swing and a miss, so another strikeout for Cal Ripken Jr. as Fernando Diaz gets his 3rd K of the day. So with 2 outs, bases empty, that brings up Maya Woodruff, who also struck out her first time up at the plate. And she takes ball 1, low and inside, and then swings, and it's a high foul ball up the left field line. That travels out of play to even the count, 1-1. And then takes inside, 2 balls, 1 strike now. And then another pitch a little too low and inside. So Maya Woodruff ahead in the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. That is swung on in a high chopper up the third base line. It's grabbed by Chucky Flinder. Throw to first in plenty of time to get the slow on Maya Woodruff. And this side is retired. But the Reds cut the deficit to 1 with their own 2-run home run from Wendy Parsons. And we head into the home half of the 4th. It is back to a 1-run ball game as the pitcher, Fernando Diaz, comes up to lead things off. And he takes strike 1 on the inside corner as Angela Dovecchio stays in to pitch. Angela sets, fires. Same spot, but a little bit too low and inside this time. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. The 1-1 pitch just catches the bottom outside corner. A good slow ball there from Angela Dovecchio. So she's now got 1 ball, 2 strikes on this pitcher versus pitcher battle. Swung on and drilled right at Cal Ripken Jr., who's able to roam over, make the catch, and retire Fernando Diaz. So 1 out, bases empty. The right fielder, Donald Vogel, comes up to the plate. The Reds certainly looking to get through the bottom half of the lineup here and keep this deficit at 1, although they'll have their bottom half of the lineup up to the plate in the 5th inning, as that is skied to the shortstop, who is under it and makes the catch. So 2 outs, bases empty now for the the catcher slash pitcher, Chucky Flinder, who takes ball 1 on the outside corner. And now takes strike 1 on the inside corner. So both pitching staffs who were getting ahead in the count early, as that is grounded to Cal Ripken Jr., who has trouble with it, bobbles, picks it up, steps on first just in time to retire Chucky Flinder. So I was just about to say, both pitching staffs who started off throwing a lot of strikes and getting a lot of early swings have had to work a little bit harder here these last few innings. As we're going to get an immediate timeout from the Pirates, and again they'll swap in Chucky Flinder for Fernando Diaz, as Chucky goes to center and then Claudia goes to right. So Chucky Flinder back on the mound. 2 strikeouts on the day. That brings up Dominic Hoskins, the center fielder for the Reds. He takes ball 1 inside. And then swings and skies this one to right field, but that is just going to land foul. Ooh, that would have been trouble if it had stayed fair, but by a good few feet, that does land foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike to the center fielder. And then a swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Chucky Flinder looking for his 3rd strikeout. And he's not going to get it, as that is ripped to the second baseman, Raleigh Evans, who picks it up on 1 hop, fires to first. And the first out of the inning is recorded. So that brings up Felix Grant, the right fielder. 0 for 1 today. He takes ball 1 on the outside corner. The Reds looking to get some offense here from the bottom half of their lineup, because you'd love to get someone like Chico or Cal Ripken back up in the 6th inning, as that one is also hit foul up the right field line. So Felix Grant now down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and is that going to stay fair? No, that's going to trickle foul. So now the 4th pitch in the at-bat here. It's strike 3 looking. Chucky Flinder does get his 3rd strikeout on a high heat. Up and away. So 2 up, 2 down here. And that brings Luann Louis up to the plate. The leadoff, who's 0 for 2 today. As she swings, and it's a ground ball. This is always trouble with the speed of Luann Louis. Picked up by Cheryl Reynolds, thrown to first in time. And quickly and quietly go the Reds. They'll be down to their final inning when we get to the 6th. But first, they've got to face the top of the lineup for the Pirates, and they're looking to hold this deficit at 1. Because they've already got their work cut out for them, trying to come from behind against a team that had an ERA of a team ERA of less than 1 during the regular season, as that is an infield single bobbled by Cal Ripken Jr., and he's not able to recover in time to get the speedy Wally Evans. So right as I said, you want to get through this top of the lineup. They give up an infield single, as that is a line drive to left field, ranging over and looks to be under it. He makes the catch, and that is 1 pitch, 1 out on Claudia Villarta. So 1 on, 1 out for Cheryl Reynolds, who hit a 2-run home run. That is the difference now. Her last time up at the plate. As Angela DeVecchio throws a good strike on the bottom outside corner to get ahead. No balls, 1 strike on the Pirates shortstop. As that is swung on and fouled straight back. So now quickly down to the count. 0-2 is Cheryl. The 0-2 pitch. Just a little bit outside. A good miss from Angela. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the power bat of Cheryl Reynolds. The pitch. That's a soft ground ball up the right field line, but it's going to get past Cal and safe as Cheryl Reynolds. Going to third is Wally Evans. The throw. He's now caught in a pickle, and he is going to be tagged out, and Cheryl Reynolds is now caught in a pickle. This could be an unconventional double play. Luann Louis gets the ball, throws to first. Cheryl Reynolds still caught in a pickle, getting run down by Cal Ripken Jr., and it is an unconventional double play, as some aggressive base running does not pay off, as both Wally and Cheryl are tagged out on the base paths. The Reds get out of it, still only down 1, but they've got 1 final chance to tie this game or go ahead. And first pitch swinging, that's going to be a great start there. Timmy Younger lines this one up the left field line. Is he going to go to 2? No, he's going to stay at first. He saw the base running that just occurred for the Pirates, and he's going to be like, no thank you, I'm going to be safe and take my 1 base. So a leadoff single, and the tying run is aboard for Chico Papas, who first pitch swinging hits a ground ball. Uh-oh, this could be 2. Cheryl Reynolds picks it up, throws to second in time, but the speedy Chico Papas is able to get to first, and no throw. So taking over first base now is Chico, but there's 1 out for Angela DeVecchio, who definitely has enough power to get the ball out to the outfield, but that is not the outfield. That is a soft ground ball thrown to Cheryl for 1, thrown back to first, overthrown. So another first pitch swing from the Reds could have ended the game, but an overthrow on the pitcher covering, and now the tying run is in scoring position. Although Angela DeVecchio is a 4-speed, she's very slow, and another first pitch swing, and this might do it. Chucky Flinder picks it up, throws to first, and the game is over. Boy, the Reds were swinging early and often there, but they're not able to tie the game. So game 1 goes to the Pirates, who remain undefeated. They now move to 17-0 and are 1 win away from a trip to the World Series. So we'll have a short break here, but we will immediately have game 2 for you. Game 2 is going to be at everyone's favorite Tin Can Alley. I say that sarcastically because people either love Tin Can Alley or they hate Tin Can Alley. I'm on the side of I'm not a Tin Can Alley fan, but it can make for some exciting baseball from a viewing experience. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for game number 2.
Who is it? I'm challenging you to a game. Sure, sounds like fun.
All right, and welcome back. If you missed game one and you're just now joining us, the undefeated Pirates took game one in a very thrilling and well-played 3-2 game one that saw two different two-run home runs. So Wooper is now one win away from a trip to the World Series, but they're going to have to play at Tin Can Alley. And boy, oh boy, do the Reds know how to play at their home stadium. They won their playoff game at Tin Can Alley in their last series. They also only lost at home once all season. So they have a very impressive record of 8-1 at home. And it looks like we are ready to go and we are underway. So looks like the same lineup here for the Pirates as they've got Wally Evans leading things off and Angela Delvecchio starting on the mound for the Reds. As the first pitch of game two is a strike on the outside corner. So getting ahead early is Angela Delvecchio as she throws a little bit too low and inside to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and this might be a dumpster ball. That is high and back, and that is definitely going to get up on top of the dumpsters. Heading for 2 is Wally Evans. He's going to round and head for 3 as it trickles down slowly as it... Oh! Unlucky for Wally Evans. It gets stuck up on the dumpsters, and what could have been a triple or even an inside-the-park home run is ruled a ground rule double. So the Reds catch a little bit of a break there as the first dumpster ball of the game from the Pirates, and that is first pitch swing. Claudia Villarta, the second baseman, was running away from the ball. Heading home is Wally Evans. Heading to second is Claudia Villarta. She's stuck in a pickle. The throw goes home, allowing Claudia to get into second base. And just like that, the first run of the game. And oh, there's some backyard shenanigans here. Angela Delvecchio was run over, and Claudia Villarta advances to third. Oh no, this is a horrible start for the Reds in a must-win game two. Their second baseman ran away from the ball there. And then Angela Delvecchio was run over as first pitch swinging again are the Pirates. Out at first base. The throw home. Dropped by Maya Woodruff. And just like that, 3 batters in. 5 pitches in. It's 2-0 Pirates. Well, this is a dream start for Wooper. And a horrible start for the Pirates as their team just is not realizing it's a must-win game. And there's another error as Timmy Unger cannot handle the throw, spikes it into the concrete, and Alicia Blakely is on base. Oh, I can barely catch my breath. So the aggressive swinging continues in this game. As we see a lot of... And there's another first pitch swung at. And that might get down. Felix Grant, no, ranges over, makes the catch. Back in time to first is Alicia Blakely. As Angelo Delvecchio again drops the ball. Boy, someone's got to tell these kids this is a do-or-die game for them. They got to get it together. So 7 pitches in, 2 outs recorded, 2 runs scored, and a runner on first. That brings up Gwen Sears, who is also first pitch swinging, but thankfully fouls it away to allow me to catch my breath. So the 0-1 pitch now. Swung on and fouled away again. So 2 foul balls, of course, from Gwen Sears, who I mentioned does have a pretty poor contact stat, so you see a lot of foul balls from Gwen Sears. The 0-2 pitch swung on and hit to the second baseman. Is he going to play baseball? This time he is. He picks it up, tags Alicia Blakely. And finally, the side is retired, but not before the Pirates take advantage of some defensive miscues and a classic dumpster ball to go ahead 2-0. So already behind the 8 ball, the Reds come up to bat for the first time today, and they're going to look to get things going with their offense. And again, first pitch swinging, but right at Claudia Villarta, and 1 pitch, 1 out for Fernando Diaz. So just like we saw in game 1, both coaches aggressive at the plate. They're not working the counts, as that one's taken a little bit inside by Wendy Parsons, who moves up in the batting lineup, batting second in game 2, as she swings, and it's a ground ball, but right at Cheryl Reynolds, who dives, a little bit of an embellishment, stands up, plenty of time, throws it to first to get the slow Wendy Parsons. So 3 pitches, 2 outs now, as that brings up Chico Papas, who had a double in game number 1, but was 1 for 3, as he takes ball 1 a little bit low and outside, and then strike on the inside corner to even the count, 1-1. And then another ball a little bit too low and outside, so 2-1 now. Chico ahead in the count. The 2-1 pitch swung on, and that's a high chopper. That's trouble. It is not going to be picked up by the defense as they're colliding and running into each other. So an infield tin can alley single for Chico Papas in the first hit of the game for the Reds brings up Maya Woodruff, who definitely has enough power to get it up on top of the truck or the dumpsters. And that's not a truck or a dumpster, but that's going to be a wall ball. Is it going to be played off the wall by Wally? It's not. It's able to get down, and a high bounce is going to send Chico Papas home. The throw from Claudia, not in time, and the Reds do respond. They get a run, and they cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1 Pirates, and that is the response you wanted in a do-or-die game 2. As Timmy Unger, who moves down in the lineup today, now batting 5th, comes up to the plate. Maya Woodruff takes over at second base as Timmy Unger swings and misses for strike 1. And then he hits a high chopper. That's always trouble. It's picked up by Fernando, but he's able to make the throw in time to first base. So the Reds do score 1. They cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1 Pirates as we head into the top of the second inning. So leading things off here for the away team is the pitcher Fernando Diaz. And again, first pitch swinging, but right at Wendy Parsons, who throws over to first in plenty of time. And 1 pitch, 1 out. So neither pitcher having to work too hard here. The offenses of both teams are swinging early and often. But Donald is not going to swing at that, as that is too low and outside for ball 1 from Angela. Angela sets, fires, and that is ripped foul over the fence and into the parking lot. So now 1 ball, 1 strike to the catcher for the Pirates. The 1-1 pitch. Another foul ball straight back. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Angela DeVecchio ahead in the count. A rare 2-strike count today, as that is swung on and popped up to Timmy Unger, who ranges over, looks to be under it, and makes the catch. So a much quieter start to the inning here. 2 up, 2 down for the Pirates, as that brings up their center fielder slash pitcher, Chucky Flinder. The first pitch swung on, of course, but missed by Chucky Flinder. So strike 1 to the Pirates center fielder. Angela fires, and that's a line to right field, but ranging over is Chico Papas. He makes the catch, and that is 3 up, 3 down for the Pirates. So the Reds, a much better defensive outing there in the top half. They come up to bat in the second inning with Cal Ripken Jr., who was quiet in game 1. Not quite as impactful so far this series as he was in the previous 2, as he swings and misses. So strike 1 to the Iron Man. The 0-1 pitch taken outside to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fernando Diaz only had to throw 10 pitches in that first inning, as that one's high and outside. So 2-1 now. A hitter's count here to Cal Ripken. And that is again inside. So the first 3-ball count of the day. In the bottom of the second, the 3-1 count. That is ripped. Is that going to get down? Chucky Flinder is ranging over. It will. It is up off the dumpsters. Thinking about going to second is Cal, but he heads back as it is thrown into Claudia Villarta at second base. So a leadoff single. The tying run is on first. And Angela Del Vecchio, who moves down a little bit in the order for this game, comes up to the plate. She also has enough power to get it up on top of the truck as she takes strike 1 on the inside corner. And then takes strike 2. That's a backyard baseball strike. Just catches enough of the yellow corner, and it's 0-2 for Angela as she swings and fouls that one away to stay alive. A rare 2-strike count here today. The 0-2 pitch again is a little bit too low and inside. A good eye from Angela. And we're going to see our first pitching change here is the timeout from the Pirates. They are going to swap in, of course, Chucky Flinder. As I mentioned last game, the only 2 players to pitch for the Pirates all season were Fernando and Chucky. And first pitch in the game, Chucky Flinder gets a looking strikeout on Angela Del Vecchio. A fastball on the inside corner catches her looking, and that is the first out of the second inning. And oh no, we see a swing from Dominic Hoskins. It looks like the coach was trying to change their stance and they misclicked, and a swing on a ball out of the zone. Unlucky there, but they do get a ball on the next pitch, and then a swing and a line drive. This could be two, thrown back to first, not in time. Cal Ripken Jr. gets back. So a good play from Claudio Vallarta to catch that line drive there, but able to get back, and preventable play is Cal Ripken Jr. So 2 outs. The leadoff single at risk of being wasted here as first pitch swinging right back to the catcher in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So Cal Ripken Jr.'s leadoff single is in fact wasted. The Reds are down in their home half of the second inning. We are a third of the way through this game. It is 2-1 Pirates, as the Reds need to win to force a Game 3 and keep their season alive. We are back to the top of the lineup for the Pirates, and Wally Evans comes up to the plate. Takes ball 1 outside. The 1-0 pitch. This time low and inside. So 2-0 now to Wally Evans, ahead in the count. And now 3-0. So a little bit of patience finally being shown here by the Pirates coach. After swinging early and often, they're going to take a 4-pitch walk. My goodness, what a change of events there after swinging at the first pitch. So often we see a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff, Wally Evans. And Wally Evans is very fast, certainly capable of stealing, but you do have Maya Woodruff at catcher, who's a very, very good catcher. So a good job at preventing the steal there as Claudio Vallarta fouls this one away. And she takes ball 1 outside. The 1-1 pitch from Angela. Another foul ball straight back into the parking lot. So now 1-2. Angela sets, fires. Swung on and drilled right at the second baseman. It is bobbled. Cal Ripken Jr. picks it up, and everyone is going to be safe. Uh-oh, Wally Evans might be caught in a rundown. No, he is not. He's able to get back to second. Cal Ripken Jr. wisely holds on to the ball. So another bobble from an infielder on a sharp ground ball. And it's now 2-1, nobody out for Cheryl Reynolds, who first pitch swinging. That's going to be a dumpster ball. That's going to score at least 1, maybe 2. Rounding third and going home is Wally Evans. Heading for 2 is Cheryl. It's dropped, it's picked up, it's thrown to second, and it's bobbled at second. That's going to allow Claudia Vallarta to score. Cheryl Reynolds now caught in a rundown. Wendy Parsons running her down. The throw to second base, back to third base. Angela Del Vecchio tags out Cheryl Reynolds, but not before 2 runs score, and the Pirates double their lead. So for the second game in a row, Cheryl Reynolds is caught trying to advance an extra base, but it's still a 2 RBI double. Well, not in backyard baseball. In backyard baseball terms, it doesn't go down as a hit for Cheryl Reynolds, but it does go down as 2 RBIs, and it is now 4-1 as the high fly ball first pitch from Lisa Blakely is caught in center field for the second out. So the Reds now down 3, and it's already tough to score on this team who, as I mentioned, had an ERA of under 1 in the regular season, as again first pitch swinging lines out to the shortstop there. But not before the Pirates double their lead. It's now 4-1 heading into the home half of the third inning. And the Reds have a tall task in front of them. They need to score at least 3 against the best defense in the league all season. But at least they've got the top of their lineup back up to start. As first pitch swinging, Luann Louis hits a soft fly ball to center field that is caught by Fernando Diaz. So not enough power to hit the truck. And it hangs up just enough in 1 pitch, 1 out for Chucky Flinder and the Pirates. So Wendy Parsons, 0 for 1 today. Again, first pitch swinging, lines it right to Artie Pimbleton, who has trouble with the ball, picks it up, throws to first in time, able to recover and get Wendy Parsons at first base. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. And again, Chico Papas comes up with the bases empty as he takes this one high and inside. So the Pirates are doing a good job of taking advantage of the aggressiveness of the Reds, as that is swung on and missed for strike one on Chico Papas. So now the 1-1 pitch, a little bit too inside. A good eye from Chico. The 2-1 just catches the top inside corner on that high heat. It's now 2-2. And that is strike three looking from Chucky Flinder. Chico Papas goes down, and it's a 1-2-3 third inning for the Reds. So halfway through now, it's now 4-1 Reds. They are 3 innings away from a trip to the World Series. Leading things off here in the top of the 4th inning is Gwen Sears, who attempts to lay down a bunt, but fouls it off. Again, a contact stat of 10 out of 100. Going to see a lot of foul balls from Gwen Sears, and right on cue, another foul ball. So quickly down in the count, 0-2 is the third baseman of the Pirates. And a good take on a good pitch from Angelo DeVecchio, just curved outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. The 1-2 pitch just misses the corner there. Boy, what a take from Gwen to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And pitch number 5 is too inside and low. So from 0-2 to 3-2, Gwen Sears has worked it full. And we're going to get a timeout and presumably a pitching change. And what I assume would be Luann Louis coming in. Or maybe Dominic Hoskins? We may see Dominic Hoskins for the first time this series as the Pirates take advantage of this timeout and do some defensive realignments themselves. And it is Dominic Hoskins coming in to pitch for the first time in this series. He pitched a decent amount in their last series, but his first pitch is a ball, and that is ball 4. So from 0-2 to a walk. Boy, you hate to see that if you're the Reds. You had 2 strikes, no balls on leadoff batter, and you end up walking them. That is a tough look for the Reds. So the leadoff batter is aboard as the hit and run was on, and Gwen Sears is not going to turn around, but now she's caught in a pickle. The throw back to first, Cal Ripken Jr. chasing her down. The throw to second in time, so caught stealing is Gwen Sears. So the hit and run was not able to be pulled off there by the Pirates. They run into another out. And so it is, in fact, bases empty, 1 out for Fernando Diaz, who takes ball 1 to even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike, and then fouls that one away. Now down in the count, 1-2. Dominic Hoskins sets, fires. Another foul ball. So again, the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging Dominic Hoskins. The relief pitcher coming in and doing his job and getting the second out of the inning. So 2 outs, bases empty now for Donald Vogel. 0 for 1 today. Who takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Again, we're seeing a little bit more patience here from the Pirates as they swing and foul this one up on top of the dumpsters in right field. So Donald Vogel down, no balls, 2 strikes. Dominic Hoskins looking for his second strikeout in relief. The 0-2 pitch, just a little bit too low. A good take from Donald. 1-2 now. Dominic sets, fires. And strike 3 looking. Dominic does get his second strikeout in relief. So he comes in, walks Gwen Sears, but a caught stealing and then 2 strikeouts sends us to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Reds still down 3. They're going to need to get the offense going here to keep their season alive. And first pitch swinging is Maya Woodruff, but a soft ground ball to Claudia Villarta, and in plenty of time, again, 1 pitch, 1 out for the Reds. So 1 out, bases empty. Timmy Unger, now playing shortstop, comes up, and another first pitch swing right at Gwen Sears. Boy, oh boy, aggressive swinging from the Reds, but it is not paying off, as that is only 2 pitches and 2 outs again. And first pitch swinging is Cal Ripken Jr., but he misses. So it could have been 3 pitches, 3 outs there for the Reds. And another swing and miss. So 4 pitches, 4 swings. And then a strike 3 looking. My goodness, the Pirates only need 5 pitches to get through that inning. And 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. And they'll be asking the bottom of their lineup to keep things going in the bottom of the 5th. So some efficient pitching and defense here from the Pirates. And they come up looking to extend their lead in the top half of the 5th inning. And that brings up Chucky Flinder for the second time today as he takes ball 1, 2 low and outside. And then same spot but catches the corner. Strike 1 from Dominic Hoskins to even the count. 1-1. Dominic sets, fires. Swung on in a high chopper. This is always trouble. Picked up by Dominic. And he bobbles the throw, spikes it into the ground. And an infield single on another error from the Reds. So the Reds only had 17 logged errors all season. Defensively very sound. They've had a couple of miscues here. So the lead runner is on for the top of the lineup, and Wally Evans, who's 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Takes strike 1 and then fouls off the second pitch. Now 0-2 is the count. And another swing and foul ball straight back. So Wally Evans keeps the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Another 0-2 pitch. Swung on and drilled to right field. Does that have enough to get on top of the dumpsters? It is off of the dumpsters and down. Heading to second is Wally Evans. And he goes back to first base as Chucky Flinder, who is a little bit tired and a little bit slow, prevents extra bases. But 2 batters up, 2 batters on, and we see another timeout from the Reds. And what I assume will be another pitching change here. So the Reds need to hold the Pirates here. They're already down 3. They don't want to give up any more runs, but they've got Claudia and then Cheryl. 2 big threats for the Pirates coming up here. So a good timeout. Get a pitching change, kind of reset. Take your time. And it is. It's Luann Louis coming into pitch for the first time today. So she'll face Claudia Vallarta, who's already 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. And she takes ball 1 low and outside. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and a ground ball right back to Luann, who goes for the lead runner. And Chucky at third is able to get the out, but just 1. And so they do get the lead runner, and they do get the first out, but still 2 on for Cheryl Reynolds, who's been quiet today, 0 for 2. But 0 for 2 no more. That's going to get up on the dumpsters. A high shot that's going to score at least 1, maybe more. The runners are off now. Wally Evans heads home. Claudia Vallarta heads to third. And it is a ground rule double, so just 1, but an important run for the Pirates as that may put the game out of reach. It's now 5-1 in the top of the 5th inning for Alicia Blakely, who's 1 for 2 today, and she's got a chance to really ice this game as she takes ball 1 low and inside. So the first hit of the day for Cheryl Reynolds was an important one. It's another insurance run as Alicia Blakely takes ball 2 outside and away. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and a ground ball through the hole. That's going to get down, bobbled by the left fielder. Another run is going to score. Alicia Blakely is safe, and it's now 6-1 Pirates. Well, barring an absolute miracle here from the Reds, the Pirates are going to continue their undefeated season. And they will most likely be heading to the World Series 18-0. Just an absolutely impressive season as that is lined to left field, caught, and able to get back to second base is Cheryl. So second out of the inning as that brings up Gwen Sears, 0 for 1 with a walk. So the Reds needing to get that final out. They've already given up 2 more runs here in the top half of the 5th. As that is strike 1 on the outside corner from Luann Louis. The 0-1 pitch. just a little bit too low and inside. So 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. So 1 strike away, the Reds looking to get out of it. But that is too high. The fastball, no bite from Gwen Sears to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Another ball outside the zone. So Gwen Sears has done a good job of working counts full. The 3-2 pitch swung on and grounded up the right field line, but right at Cal Ripken Jr., who steps on first to retire the side. But the Pirates again score 2. The top of their lineup has been producing today, and they are in the driver's seat with 2 innings to go. So needing to get something going here is Angela Del Vecchio, who first pitch swinging. That's going to be off of the truck. Is that going to be up on the truck? It is. That is a truck ball, but is it going to get down in time? And it is. Oh no, Angela Del Vecchio still attempting to go to second base. The throw to second is, oh, she's caught and she's going to get run down and tagged out. So an unfortunate bounce there for the Reds. It gets up on the truck, but then comes down very quickly, and the slow Angela Del Vecchio is caught trying to go to second base. So unlucky there, but the aggressive base running does not pay off, and it is 1 out for the Reds as that is lined right at Claudia Villarta. And again, 2 up, 2 down for the Reds as Felix Grant comes up for the second time today. And he takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Just catches enough of the zone. The 0-1 pitch to the right fielder. Swung on in. Boy, Claudia Villarta is really getting a workout. She picks that one up, throws to first in plenty of time. And again, 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. And the Pirates are 3 outs away from a trip to the World Series. But they've got to bat first with the bottom of their lineup. They've already got a 5-run lead. But you'll never complain about possibly getting more, as that is 1 pitch, 1 out. A line drive right to Cal Ripken Jr. So you never say never. Crazier things have happened in backyard baseball. But the Reds are certainly up against it, as Donald Vogel takes strike 1 on the outside corner. And then ball 1 low and inside. The winner of this series, if it is in fact the Pirates, they will face the winner of George versus Maddie, which I believe should be being played tonight. So we might have our Little League World Series matchup determined, as that is lined right at Cal Ripken Jr. for the second out. That should be a very, very entertaining series as well. That will unfortunately not be streamed, but we certainly will be having the World Series matchup, whatever it is, for you here on Twitch.tv. Now Chucky Flinder is down, no balls, 2 strikes. Luann Louis is thinking, sets, fires the 0-2 pitch. Fouled straight back to keep the count at no balls, 2 strikes. George and the Texas Rangers, a really interesting story, as that is strike 3 looking up and away. So 3 up, 3 down for the Pirates, but they've got a 6-1 lead and they are 3 outs away. As George and the Rangers, as I was saying, they are a sub-coach. Granted, they are an experienced sub-coach, but they took over a team that was 0-5, and they did nothing but win. They didn't lose a single game after taking over. They finished 9-5, and they have run through the playoffs as they have advanced to the front yard finals, as first pitch swinging Luann Louis, and some trouble there from Claudia. She runs away from the ball. So a sign of life. 1 pitch, 1 on for the top of the lineup here, and Wendy Parsons, 0 for 2 today. As again, first pitch swinging, and that is drilled up the right field line. That's going to get down. That's going to be another hit. Heading to third is Luann Louis. Is she going to get there in time? The throw from Cheryl Reynolds. Yes, Gwen Sears was idling, not wanting to play baseball, and so runners on the corner, no outs. And don't say it's over yet. The fat lady has not sung. It's 2 on, no out for Chico Papas, who swings and skies this one. That's going to get down off of the truck. It's going to get up on the truck. Luann Louis is going to score. Heading to second is Chico. Heading to third is Wendy. And that bounces and is probably going to be a ground rule double. And it is. So it stays up. A little bit of an unfortunate bounce there as Wendy Parsons, if she gets home before it drops, her run would score. So it's now 6-2. Still nobody out for Maya Woodruff, who swings and misses. The Reds trying to mount a comeback as they've got 2 on, nobody out, and that is up the left field line. Gwen Sears is running down. Wendy Parsons thrown to home and tagged out. And it gets by the left fielder. Chico Papas trips, falls. He's heading home now. The relay, Fernando, not in time. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. The run is not counting. Oh, what a glitch. Yeah, call timeout, please. Oh, my goodness. That's a horrible glitch for the Reds. Chico Papas was safe, but the game called him out, and instead of scoring the run, it records an out. So the coaches may have to reset here. It's going to be up to them what they want to do, as that is a horrible time for a glitch. It should be 6-3 with 1 out and Maya Woodruff on first base. We'll see what the coaches do. They may decide to play on, since it is still 6-3. It is completely the coach's decision what they want to do, but man, oh man, unfortunate time there to have a glitch. So it seems like the coaches are discussing what they want to do. If they do in fact reset, as I said, it would be 6-3, bottom of the 6th, 1 out with Maya Woodruff on first base. Although they could decide to play on. They could decide to play on, count the run, so it would still be 6-3, but it would still be 2 outs with the runner on first. And it seems like we're not going to get a reset. It seems like the coaches have agreed to just play on. And so the run will score technically, so it is still 6-3, but there's 2 outs in the inning on the glitch. So Timmy Unger looking to keep the Red season alive. The comeback is still on. They still have a chance here, but he's down to his last strike. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And if you count the tag glitch, that is the ball game. And the Pirates, with a final score of 6-3, are heading to the World Series. The undefeated season is still on, 18-0. And they will face the winner of Fishes versus Rangers. So as I mentioned, we will not have the other half of the Little League semifinals for you here on Twitch, unfortunately, but we are still going to have the World Series for you whenever we figure that out, which should be tonight. As I mentioned, I believe that series is getting played tonight, so we should have the World Series set, but we know one half, and again, that is Wooper and the Pittsburgh Pirates, who now move on to the World Series and maintain the perfect record of 18-0. And also get a guaranteed promotion to the Junior League next season. So we will have more baseball for you later tonight. It is not a Little League matchup. It is a humongous league matchup. We will have games 1 and 2 of Fishes versus Orioles tonight. I'm not sure on the time specifically, but I believe it should be around 7 or 8 o'clock Central. But tune back in later tonight for more backyard baseball. But until then, have a good rest of your Sunday. Check out the links to the Discord if you want to join our Backyard Baseball League. We also have are links to the Patreon if you want to subscribe to that. There's also a link to the Backyard Baseball website if you want to make your own custom team with the generics. But until then, enjoy the rest of your day, baseball fans, and we will see you back here tonight for some humongous league playoff action.